Hey everybody, Joe Dorn here at Forks Drum Closet in Nashville, Tennessee, and today we are going to build a microphone stand. These guys are doing a podcast that, obviously is very drum themed, and wanted to have table and mic stand that kind of look like they came out of the drum shop. I did the table earlier. I don't have any video of the table, unfortunately, but we are going to do a how-to on these mic stands today. I've got one more to build, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to show you all the steps and tools and products that are used in the building of this mic stand. So to start, our friends at Corner Music in Nashville also sold us these microphone bases. This is the Onstage MS7920. It's part of a shorty microphone stand like that, and they had 4 bases over there that were orphaned, and they sold them to me for a good price. So if you're wanting to do this, either go ahead and buy the mic stand, or check around in your local area and see if anybody has these separately. These are great. They are surprisingly heavy for their size, and they work really well at keeping the microphone upright and from falling on your table. So we're going to use that. And we've also got, this is the Pearl BT3. It is a tom mount, and it comes with 3 screws, which we will end up using. This is a great tom mount. It's universal, works with all of their 7/8 inch posts. Trying to find the word there. And then we've got the Pearl CH830S. It is a mini boom stand, and quite honestly, I'm not really a Pearl guy, but this is one of the coolest little boom stands that any manufacturer is making. As you can see, it's got a very, very short boom on it. Great for getting in tight spaces if you're using it on your kit, but also it lends itself really well to being a mic stand, because you don't need a lot of extra length on the boom itself. You just need enough to balance it and put the bike on there. This is what makes it a mic stand. This is a Gibraltar SC GMC-MA. Basically, all that means is it is a microphone adapter for a cymbal stand. We're going to get to work and kind of show you the steps that I go through to do this. Alright, so the first step, we're going to take the gaskets off of the BT3. We're still going to use them, but what we need is the marks. We need this to mark our base. So I'm going to center this on here, and using a silver Sharpie, I'm going to mark where I'm going to drill into the base. Trying to get it lined up so it's nice and even and looks like it's square. And I'm using the hole that's existing in the base as a guide. So I'm looking through right there. And I'm just going through and marking those. So, as you can see, I've got the 3 holes marked out. Next I'll take a hole punch. And this, I'm doing this so that the drill bit can find the center that I mark. So it'll create a little divot. That is approximately in the center. It doesn't matter that it pulled up because it created a divot into the metal. So we're going to take this over to the drill press, and the bit that I'm using is slightly larger than what is recommended by the manufacturer of the tap that I'm using. The drill bit is a 5/32, and the tap is a 5mm by 0.8, or a number 19-inch tap. I didn't have the correct drill bit for it, and I'm using what I have, which is the closest to what the correct drill bit is. So let's go over to the drill press. We'll start drilling these holes. We're back, and we had a little bit of a problem. We snapped the tap off in the old one. Then, upon coming back from Home Depot with the new tap, I snapped the drill bit off in this one. So, this is a whole new base from the one that I was working on earlier, because that one, the tap is still stuck in it. It's going to take a act of God to get it out. So, started on another base, got all 3 holes drilled. What I'm going to do with the new tap, instead of putting oil in the holes, I'm actually going to dip the tap in the oil to give it some lube. We're going to make sure that that's all good and straight. And kind of get it started. Sorry you can't see through my hand, but I just got to get this in here and start cutting. I think we're good. I'm just going to move slow. If I feel hesitation, like I did with the original tap, I will back it out and possibly blow the hole out with some compressed air, so as not to break another tap, so I don't have to go to Home Depot and buy another $34 set just for one. Actually, with the tap itself lubed up, it moves a lot smoother. I'm being careful though. You want to just kind of feel, and if you feel any resistance like that, just back it out, because it'll go back in. Okay, so we're back. I've drilled these out, not without some issues. These are drilled and tapped. I've blown out the holes so that there's no residue in there. So now we can actually put together our mic stand. So we've got our gaskets, we've got the mount. I'm just going to put those together like that. These will set on here, and these are the screws that come with the BT, the Pearl BT3. I'm going to take these and I'm going to put a little bit of red Loctite on them. Now, Loctite comes in either red or blue. Red is permanent, blue is temporary. If you ever plan on taking a screw out of something, don't use the red stuff. So we're just going to start piecing this together. Line up the holes, and I'm not going to screw all of them in all of the way just yet. I want to make sure that everything lines up, everything fits, and yes, I know, had I measured correctly and done things properly, we wouldn't have to worry about that. However, this is a back shop job, come on! Okay, everything's lined up, and I'm going to go ahead and just start locking these down. Kind of like putting on a drum head, just kind of go around, and you don't have to tension all of them at once, just tension them a little bit. That red Loctite will harden after a while, creating a bond, or basically creating a plastic in between the threads of the hole and the threads of the screw, which makes it difficult and or darn near impossible to get the screw out. And we don't want these just coming out by themselves. So you go ahead and tighten these down. There is one completed base. So pretty much the rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. Remove the cymbal felts and the cymbal sleeve. Go ahead and set that in there and adjust your memory lock. And we're just going to kind of set it up so that it'll go that way. Lock down your memory lock. The memory lock isn't necessary, but it just adds a nice touch. We're going to extend this and lock this down. Tighten this. And then we're going to add our Gibraltar piece. So there we have it. That's our Pearl CH830S microphone stand. A little project that we came up with for the new podcast, and you'll see these on an upcoming episode of the podcast. I'll also be doing a build video shortly. We found a design for a hand sanitizer dispenser using a hi-hat stand, and I'm going to be building that, and perhaps we'll have a video on that as well. So thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.